seeds come from delicate flowers. That was the horseshit she fed me for hours. I brought my brain. I know I live in dark and sex that afternoon. I prophesied your death, ay. And that's not the best thing that happened today. That was blood, of course, there always is. I recommend a shot if you wanna hurt the kids. The unpopular parts of the pig, I taste nothing without its permission, I swear. The unpopular parts of a pig, I'm sorry, but no one enjoys picking blood from your hair. Story without saying I. It's harder than it sounds, but so is your life. I'm wrong against the night. I patronize my head and try to rip reason. I'm coming in your heart, so whoa. And that's not the only commandment I broke. She weighs your life in greetings cards. It turns out when you're young, it just mean much more. The unpopular parts of a pig, I taste nothing without its permission, I swear. The unpopular parts of a pig, I'm sorry. Enjoys picking blood from your hair. The unpopular part of a pig, I taste nothing without its permission, I swear. The unpopular part of a pig, I'm sorry, but no one enjoys picking blood from your
In the midst of all the killing and skin eating, we forgot about the love. And if I had to choose a woman, then I think I'd choose religion. If I had to give you something, then I think I'd give you nothing. If I had to give you something, then I think in the middle of the action, we missed the interruption. The audience decided ignorance actually was bliss. Your fortress in a foreign land. You should ask for it, like you mean it, like you mean it.
My name is Andrew Falkous and I play in the band Mclusky, and I'm here to tell you about my gear. This is my pedal board. It has 5 pedals on it. That is 2 pedals too many. The pedals I use are noise suppressor, which stops the ridiculous hum. That's mostly used in the band feature the left, where there's a lot of stop-starting. Mclusky, pretty much the songs just start and then end a bit later, so that's not as necessary. This is the line boost. That's my entire distortion plan. Use a little bit of gain on the amp and use that to boost it a bit. So many bands use distortion to make things louder and it just gets quieter. This is for one song, The Holy Grail. Electro harmonics are really good because also they don't have serial numbers on them, so you don't have to list that on a carnet, so it's a time-saving device as well for international travel. This is a micro pog. I use that to simulate the sound of the song without MSG I nothing. The original pedal that was on the recording was a big cheese pedal, which is far too expensive and fragile to bring on tour. This is a tuner pedal. This is the pedal that every band should have. And that's the end of my pedal. This is a Les Paul. I was given it by somebody for playing a show for a bar which was closing down. It was originally a spare, which I was lent for the show, but it was actually given to me, which is very, very nice. We don't normally get presents which are worth that much. And when my daughter was going on a rampage around the house 4 years ago, which guitar do you think she knocked over and broke the neck of? The only guitar which is worth more than £200. I love my daughter very much, and you can tell that because I'm not in prison for it. So yeah, that's the guitar. It's got strings on it.
I'm Damien Sayell, aka Big Red, the Cherry Sex Wizard, the burgundy soothsayer of the band Mclusky, and I play bass, and this is my pedal board. Similar to Falkous, I have a noise suppressor. It does things like stop the hum. It doesn't stop the back chat. I have a prunes and custard, which I believe is custom made in New Zealand, which is very far away and very beautiful. I use this for without MSG, so one song, one pedal board. And then my main overdrive is a Boss OD3, and that is pretty much the tone of the rig. And I've got a tuner because you need a tuner. I inherited this pedal board from Falkous' infinitely better half, Julia, and so yeah, I just got a world-class bass sound just from joining a band, which was pretty good, because I know nothing about tone or pedals, so I feel like a bit of a fool, but on behalf of Julia, well done everyone. I use again, inherited from Julia, I use an orange head back home in the UK, but I find the low end's a bit muddy, so we've got a Gallion Kruger when we're in the States, just a little bit punchier in there, a little bit more percussive in the bottom end. And this is my Fender P bass, which is the only bass that I own. It's the only bass that I've ever owned. I bought it when I was 21. For those of you who have the ability to see things, I play it upside down because I'm left-handed, and I couldn't afford to buy a lefty bass, so I play it upside down through necessity and because it looks really cool as well. And you cannot put a price on looking cool when you're a bassist. You know, that is, apart from the low end, that's your explicit role in a band, is to look cool and sexy. Yeah, that's it. That's my rig.
Hey, I'm Jack, I'm the drummer in Mclusky, and this is not my kit, but I use a very similar kit at home in the UK. It's a Tama Star Classic, maple shell, similar sizes, nice deep boomy kit. I don't like too much decay on it, I like to dampen some of it off so it's like a punch in the stomach. But I'm going to talk about my snare because I quite like this snare. This is a Tama Rosewood snare, picked up in my local music shop about 21 years ago. It hasn't got anything on it apart from a serial number, but I know it's made by Tama and I remember the chap telling me the type of wood. So the same one got stolen 20 odd years ago when we were in the States the last time, 2004, and I was heartbroken. Got back within a week, went to the music shop and they had another one there, so I bought it straight away. So this is kind of the thing that I really like now. Wooden hoop on the top, wooden hoop on the bottom, really good for rim shots. Nice rich warm sound. Yeah, so the kit is similar at home. I do enjoy the Tama, good rock kits. Cymbals, this is a Symbol of Doom Custom K. Yeah, it's pretty loud, hence the drum screen protecting everyone else from the cymbal, unfortunately not me. And then we've got A Customs over here, and I only have these ones here because they're pretty strong. A Custom hi-hats, there's actually 2 bottom hi-hats because the top ones both broke. And that's about it. This is my rig. Thanks very much.
Originally, Mclusky was formed just because there was nothing else to do, and just writing silly songs. 2 members of the band in particular were obsessed by the Pixies, who are a band you may have heard of. And at first, it just really sounded like some kind of Pixies covers band, but after a while, I've just been bloody minded and playing. The music ended up taking on the personalities of the people involved in the band, including the silliness and even more silliness, which I think is sometimes misconstrued as anger. Certainly the music is angry, but I don't feel like I'm going through any kind of catharsis on stage. So that was the original band. It was a 3-piece originally. 2 guys in called Matt and Geraint Bevan, he was an actor, he played a drug dealer in a Welsh language soap opera called Publicum. So I met a guy called John Chappell, he had a little rat's tail haircut. When I met him, he said he was in 3 writing units. I didn't rightly knew what that meant, but it just meant that he was young and enthusiastic, basically. And that was a band for a while, and then the drummer, Matt Harding, left because everybody asked him to leave. is the best way to put it. That was sad for a while, but then we met this young man, Jack, and he's been
hanging around for a while.
Hanging around for a while now. It's what, 21 years, I think. So we did another band in the interim, Future the Left, because it felt when John was leaving, doubtless to join another writing unit, we started another band called Future the Left, which is still theoretically going, childcare duties notwithstanding. And then we were asked to do some charity shows in 2014 to help a venue. I did a show for cancer research, and I remember Jack turned around to me one day and said, "Can we do a fundraiser for ourselves?" and that did, as addictive as it can be, doing nice things for people and raising money when you're not the main beneficiary. That was an excellent business decision because we now all own yachts. It's just fun to make rock music, and it's probably a little bit different once you've written loads of songs. I'm very aware of not repeating myself. Do Dallas is a really good record, Mclusky Do Dallas, but it's basically got a format. Whether that was done unconsciously or whatever, it's bass line, I say some stupid shit, there's a guitar line, and then maybe in the second verse you sing some different words if you remember to. And it's just messing on, really.
You've been a bit harsh on yourself there, honest. But
honest and harsh, all the H's. But yeah, it's just lots of fun. I love making rock music. I suppose the one way it's changed in a wider sense is, I think when you're younger or when you're in a band, there's always this idea that your music might take you somewhere. Literally in some senses, but you might get more opportunities. Whereas the older you get, you live more. At the risk of sounding like Russell Brand, you live more in the moment and you appreciate everything for what it is. And also, you drink less as well. Well, some of us drink less.
Get a good system in place.
Systems, yeah.
Remember where your passport is and your wallet and your phone. That's my system.
Systems are very important. System-based rhythm section. Come on, do you want to share some of your systems?
my system is when you go into a room, be it a green room or a hotel room, pick a space, put your stuff in it, because you know where it is. Jack Jack is what
We're
Jack
having what we call a system conflict.
what
here.
Jack has done here is put forth the concept of a system. Neglected to mention that before I arrived in this band, he was a systemless man. And I would go into a hotel room with Jack, and it would be like someone had just ejaculated clothes everywhere. And often that would lead to us being late, Jack not knowing where things was, so I educate him in the way of the systems. And
I feel I'm being bullied here.
you stole my
I
system.
remember it differently.
You would, you gaslighter. But yeah, no, I have a system. It's really important. When we were in New Zealand, flying back, I got to the airport and realised I didn't have my passport on me. So we had to have a look around, look through all of our bags. And it transpired that I had put my passport in the middle seat of the van, next to which Jack was sat. And Jack decided to put all of his junk on top of it. So, which is why I didn't have my passport anymore.
Again, he's remembering it differently.
Yeah.
Jack's,
I can see the
but
face of him.
having a system is very important, and just trying where possible to eat food that isn't just beige. Food with colour is usually good food.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that.
If you're lucky enough to go on tour, try and live your life as close to how you live your life at home. I mean, that's obviously impossible if you're sitting in a van for 6 hours, but try and exercise, try and crank call your grind if that's what you do. But yeah, eat healthily, and if you are friends in the first place, as fun as touring is, make sure to have space for people. It's very
Yeah,
important.
I think you've got to not be afraid of the silence in the van. Like, it'll plateau at a point. You'll have conversations, we'll discuss who did or did not create the system first, but when that dies down, oh look, it's not thinking. When that dies down and it's silence, that's fine. That doesn't mean that you're not getting on with that.
Although this is also coming from a man who's instigated a cats versus dogs
Oh yeah,
debate
it's been interesting.
over the last couple of days, so that's
I mean, look, cats and dogs, but
see, this is basically where we're coming from. So,
can't trust a cat. That's my advice. Never trust a
don't
cat.
give it your PIN number.
No, never trust a cat.
Not necessarily a lot of shows in the last year, but hopefully the album is half recorded. I think the second half is mostly written. If we get the chance to record it later this year, then releasing it early next year. Got a little bit of label interest from labels we want to release on. Then release the album and see what the hell happens. Really.
Just finding time for the three of us to be in the room at the same time. It's often difficult. We live an hour apart now. And you work during the day and I'm in the evening, so we find a few windows, but just need a regularity because it happens with all three of us in the room, doesn't it?
Yeah, once we're in a room it's easy, but we're very lucky if we get to rehearse more than 4 hours a month. So the process has been slower than we would have liked, but it simply is what it is and you have to accept that. And when we get the chance to tour like we're touring at the minute, just feel, apart from missing our kids, and wives, I should say. Apart from that, it's lovely. It's a genuine privilege to come away from home, especially to the smaller places, and to realise that you've made somebody's month or year in some cases because they weren't expecting to see it. So it's really lovely. And there endeth the sincerity.
Tell me a story without saying I. It's harder than it sounds.